right. Let's start Friday night. Norman, Oklahoma. Alabama travels to Oklahoma in a game they are currently the favorite. I know it's been jostling, but it's right at the 1.5. It's right at the pick 'em window. Like it's Vegas has no read on it. This is a rematch. I believe the only no, Tulane Ole Miss. How could I forget?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is one of two rematches in the opening round. Obviously, in the first one, Oklahoma secured their playoff spot pretty much when they won this game. I remember being a
Yep.
Texas fan, and when that happened, just my soul dropped out of me because they lost to Georgia and Alabama lost to Oklahoma. So put Oklahoma up in there.
Yeah.
But again, this is all about what Oklahoma's front has been able to do to teams this year. They probably have the best defense in the conference. But the biggest thing is that even if that defense is great, you think about like the the SEC opponents and how they've controlled. So like Auburn doesn't really have a passing game. South
Mm-hmm.
Carolina doesn't really have a passing game. Mizzou and LSU to end the season, they don't really have a passing game. The the few times that they faced guys who can kind of stretch, and even Underwood in his first start out of conference, I'll mention that one too. Not really has a passing game. The the few times that they did face a passing game, and Alabama included, like Arch for one half and in the second half specifically was able to stretch the field. Trinidad threw for over 300 in Norman. He threw for 315 in that one. And the only reason they didn't score more is because like they brought in Austin Simmons on one of those goal line packages, if you remember.
Yeah.
Um, Tennessee had a crazy amount of yards, and we know their passing offense. Like Aguilar threw for almost 400, but the only reason they lose that game is they have three turnovers, including one where R. Mason Thomas like pulls his hamstring, but still gains like 40 additional yards. And then the Alabama game that I mentioned, like the literal difference is a pick six in the red zone by Ty Simpson. He still threw for over 300. So again, this is a back end that is susceptible to these overwhelming air attacks when they've faced good ones. So I'm really interested to see how Venables kind of adjusts to those things. I because Simpson has played pretty bad his last four-ish games, and
Yes.
is there a world where the Georgia game kind of broke him, from a spirit conversation? But interested to see from that point of view. What do you have on this one?
Uh, I mean, everything that you had said, but I mean, more so than anything, if we want to talk about Oklahoma's defense, I mean, the big factor is the guy that you had mentioned previous in R. Mason Thomas, right? He didn't play that earlier season game because of that hamstring injury. He looks to be available. I mean, their signs are pointing to him being
He's
available in
not on
this
the yeah,
game.
he's not on the list.
Yeah. So signs are pointing. We'll see how like healthy he truly is. Um, And man, that'll be a fun matchup seeing R. Mason Thomas versus Caden Proctor if that's the route they choose to go. But I'm interested to see how that defense does end up pressuring Ty Simpson because again he gets very antsy in the pocket there. And again, it was something that you had astutely pointed out to us. I mean, it's some horrendous footwork when this kid has to do anything outside of the pocket in terms of just like getting his feet actually set and planted. And I mean, that's going to be the key to victory if Oklahoma wants to win this game is, again, get some pressure on Ty Simpson and see if you can kind of make him into that sloppy footwork, have a turnover, here, have a turnover there. And then on the flip side of that, Oklahoma has struggled to actually put together like an efficient down the field, like real passing attack. Especially since that injury to Drew Allard, since John Mateer. And to be frank, I don't think this Alabama defense is a defense that you're going to be able to find that, right? Like this would have been a different story if you were playing Tulane, if you were playing JMU. Like, can we get him in the right groove and really set some confidence for this kid going into another game? But again, it's something he's been struggling with since the thumb injury early on in the season. And if they want to win this game, they're going to have to find that early. And we'll see if they can.
Yeah, the Oklahoma, talking Oklahoma offense, they're such a poor like high leverage offense. Like
Run game, too. Can we see that?
on
Sorry.
third and fourth. I don't even want to kind of discuss run games for each of these teams
No.
because they're telling us they don't want to have a run game and they're not going to.
No.
Okay,
I know.
but like just they're 91st in third and fourth downs like success rate at 39%. Like that's really really poor. Um, I've been pretty adamant. I think Mateer isn't good. Like it's pretty
Yes.
simple. As a downfield passer, he is not a good player, and nor is he like a fun passer for me. And maybe that's what it is. Like, it, there's so much schemed open stuff that like it ends up working out in his favor. Like you look at the LSU game, he gets a wide open like 30-yard touchdown down the field. And he had like a screen pass go for a touchdown. Like those were his two passing touchdowns. You probably thought he was awesome if you just looked at the box score, but there's very like this is a great schemed up offense by Arbuckle. I will give him all the credit. But for Mateer, if Mateer like comes back and there is some like if there is a health thing, because so many people want to point out, well, it's a health thing. Remember how good he was at the beginning of the year? Yeah, it was Kent State and Temple, or he didn't play the Kent State game, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like for the playoffs though, if he has some of that health back, he is the quarterback for these moments. Like the chaos
Yes.
creator that he is, I am all in on him just being this like just create like you just can't get him on the ground. It's third and 18 and somehow he scrambles for 20. Kind of things. Like you just see in a playoff game that just you would shake your head and go in no other circumstance does that happen, but here we are. Like we're gonna get something is going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage this game, and either he's gonna catch it and run for it for like a positive gain, or it's going to
Yeah.
be an interception into like the Bama red zone, and it's just going to swing everything. Like this is
Yeah.
really a coin flip game. I'm picking Oklahoma just because I did in my bracket because I'm picking the home team. Don't love it, but here I am, and I also have a little bet on Oklahoma that I think is kind of interesting. Plus 650 to make the semifinals. If you like this
Hmm.
defensive front, if you think this defensive front can take over games, we just watched Indiana against the defensive front score 13 points, like in Ohio State. I think Oklahoma compares to the Indiana front and the Ohio State front. Just my opinion. Maybe the back end is definitely different, but if plus 650, I don't hate it, and I think they get a pretty nice, juicy matchup against Alabama here. That once again, I think they should be in pretty good spot.
Yeah. I think they should. I mean, I'm for the same reason you picked Oklahoma. I'm going to pick Alabama because that's who I picked in my bracket here. Um, we, I just don't have confidence that John Mateer is going to be able to find that
Yeah,
deep play passes down the field when he needs it. Um, so for that reason, I'm gonna go with Oklahoma. But again,
I
this
think
really
that's
is
my thing. Is I kept doubting it, and then it just kept happening. So now I'm just like, maybe if I buy in, I could jinx them. Maybe I could get them.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But Alabama's where my head's at. But again, this really is one of those very close, evenly matched games. So I definitely understand why you swung it over to the home team here. So
Yeah, I. It's crazy. So advanced stats on Oklahoma, like they're 14th in the country in field position. So like their average starting field position is at the 30. So like that's really really good. And then you go into their quality drive rate, which is like finishing with points. They're 92nd. So like this is just a crazy offense. But
yes.
again, they just keep winning games 17-16. So I think they win 7. I want to get them to 1.5 by game time, and I want to see them win by 1. Like I think that would be one of the more Oklahoma outcomes. I'm taking the
Yeah.
under in this one. I don't care how low it goes. It's at 40.5 right now. I would probably get in before it gets into the 30s because it will. Um, Under 40.5 would be my official play if I had one though. But
Well, there you go.
we move